know what that means. It's game day.
Anyway, the way you started with the 4, I was thinking like you're going into some, giving us some words of wisdom or something. But hey, come on.
That was for Monday.
Friday,
now.
TGIF. That's what we do. We're starting it right here. You're welcome to your numero uno breakfast show in Nigeria. Well, it's Wake Up Nigeria.
We have with us this morning the one and only, our party ringer up.
What does that mean?
Lolo in the kitchen. She's dressed for a party. You should see those shoes.
Lizzie baby.
Let's go.
Lizzie baby.
Good morning, guys.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What am I reading now?
Read it, please. Read it. Babe with a cherry on the top.
A babe with a cherry on
with the cherry on the top.
Okay. All right. You look very wonderful in that color.
Thank you.
I really like that. So yeah, come on. It's a Friday and it's set to be a glorious show as we start your weekend up nicely for you.
Yeah. Starting tomorrow, it'll be all about that cozy smell of homemade breakfast. Maybe it's the boiled yam and egg sauce. I don't know.
Saturday morning meal
breakfast.
always had this ring to it.
Oh,
It was something different. So then it might probably be a pap and akara. It was a lovely Saturday combination for me growing up, pap and akara. I don't know about you, but you can let us know.
My mom used to force some oats down our throats, but it's fine.
Okay.
We have so much happening, and well, hey, no alarm clocks on Saturday morning.
It depends on what you're doing. It depends on what you're doing.
True.
Okay.
Weekends are for family. We sure hope we made it into your list of family members, and hey, we want to do our best to make up your weekend experience.
Yeah, definitely. You can hit us up on social media. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Hit us up, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Let's know how you plan to spend your weekend.
Yeah.
Let's get straight to what we have this morning, right?
Now, where your gateway to a great time, you know, there's been quite a lot happening. Over the last 4 days, we've been celebrating women, right? It's all about the International Women's Week, and Mike has been part of that. I've noticed some of your quotes online. His name is Mike Mesikeno.
Online.
And can you tell them my name?
All right. The dynamite.
Please tell them. And if you want to keep watching us, just hit us up via Android or iOS stores. Get the app so you can be part of the show throughout. Let's let you in on what we have for today.
We'll kick off, of course, with a review of and preview of EPL games this weekend. If you're a sports aficionado, this one's
the whole solar panel thing came up in my house.
Okay.
And my mom wanted one.
Oh yeah, I remember you said so.
I was like, oh, how am I going to do this? But it's really been helping her.
The heat,
been helping her.
The sun in Lagos, at least over the past week
You
or
go
two.
Chajam.
We should be. Solar should be our primary source of energy. You know, and we need to do a lot when it comes to that.
The university, the Pan-Atlantic University, has a whole building in the university that's run on just solar. They call it the Green Building. So the entire building, everything from elevators, AC, everything is run on solar.
Everything.
Everything. So I actually think we are going to get there eventually, but it's just people haven't really they've just not put their minds down to it when they think about business. So right now, if you want to start a business in Lagos, how are you going to power it? Are you going to continue complaining about the fact that we don't have lights? Or are you going to do something about it? That's the question. You know?
Talking about doing something. What's your plan for this weekend? What's happening? What's happening
I got
this
a house, guys.
Oh, finally.
Congratulations.
If you've been part of my struggles,
this
finally
is good.
came
Do
through.
you know what you said is very nice, because you know generally people complain when they've not received an alert, when there's no money, but when the alert enters, you will not hear anything. When they need some, but now you've told us about the challenges and then you've gotten somewhere nice.
Those of you that reached out to me on Twitter trying to help, thank you as well. I've gotten the house.
Have you moved in?
I won't be homeless.
Because until you move in.
So I'm moving in this weekend. I've been fixing up the house.
Okay.
So this weekend is
So hopefully no landlord will want to try.
My landlady is an amazing woman. Yes.
I pray for grace over that.
Oh, she's such an amazing
landlord.
Yeah.
Landlady.
Yes.
Grace
we started is the way we shall end.
And for the news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We begin in Abuja, where President Muhammadu Buhari has emphasized that the security chiefs have received marching orders to go harder on criminals, including to shoot anyone found illegally with AK-47s. The president spoke at a meeting with the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria at the State House, co-chaired by the Sultan of Sokoto. Alhaji Muhammad Sahad Abubakar III, and the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi. The meeting was attended by security chiefs, including the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mongunu, retired Inspector General of the Police Muhammad Adamu, the Director General of Department of State Services Yusuf Bishi, and the Director General of Nigerian National Intelligence Agency Ambassador Ahmed Rufai Abubakar. The president added that his administration has recorded appreciable successes in the northeast and south-south parts of the country. But he noted with dismay that those who are conducting the abductions and killings are still not short of arms and ammunition, despite the closure of borders.
And nearly we gave them clear instructions. One thing that got to the press, which I read myself, was that anybody with AK-47 should be shot, because AK-47 is supposed to be registered and is only given to security officials. We close the borders, for how many years? But the intelligence report I'm getting on a daily basis, those who are conducting the abduction, the killing and so on, still don't seem to be short of arms and ammunition. I said confidence must be restored in governance within the next 6 weeks. Otherwise, we may be stopped because people may not go back to their farms. They have been chased away from their farms. Their houses have been burnt. Their animals have been taken away from them, so they don't even mind dying.
Also at the State House, the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mongunu, condemned calls asking the federal government to seek external help to solve the decade-long insurgency and other new trends of violent crimes. He says that the country has personnel and resources, but the problem is underutilization of these resources. The NSA talked about the federal government's preference to strengthen its partnership with the Regional Intelligence Fusion Unit, comprising the US, UK, and France, working with neighboring countries in supporting with intelligence gathering. The federal government also reiterated that it will not negotiate with bandits, but will apply the full weight of government to deal with these criminals.
The weight of our security organizations, does that obviate the need for us to use the soft approach, dialogue, and other things? We're ready to dialogue with these people. I don't know what anybody wants to negotiate with these people. And the people who have been negotiating with them in the first place, don't you think they should actually, if there's that sincerity of purpose, talk with the right people in government? So, for negotiation, it is there. We'll see what happens when it happens. Main fabric of society, you need technology to deal with him. This is someone who is amongst us and who is the primary target, is a soft target.
And now to Zamfara State, where there are conflicting reports of an attack on the Maga community. According to residents, 11 persons were killed after gunmen stormed the village on motorcycles, shooting sporadically. 4 persons were also injured and many animals carted away, but the police say no casualty was recorded in the area. The spokesperson of the command said it was a case of farmers-herders clash and no casualty was recorded as the situation was brought under control by the police. The statement adds that a combined team of policemen led by the divisional police officer of the area responded promptly and are currently on confidence-building patrol to avoid escalation. As the vaccine rollout continues, the Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Mojisola Adeyeye, says side effects of taking the jab could be expected. The NAFDAC boss made this known while being vaccinated herself. She also admits that the benefit of the vaccine on safety, quality and efficacy outweighs the side effects. Nigeria will receive other vaccines from the Johnson & Johnson manufacturers between the second or third quarter of the year. And the Russian vaccine, while a little number of doses from the Pfizer vaccine is also expected to come within the year. And that's it on the news update for this hour. Tokwe is standing by in the kitchen.
Thank you so much, Titi. Good morning and welcome to the kitchen. We have Chef Belinda here, and if there's anything I love about you, is the traditional nature of your food. And I was asking her, what are we making this morning? It was so interesting. Please, Tifa, let me get you additional microphone. What are we making this morning?
Okay,
yes.
Today we're making, okay, no, it's traditional now, so let me,
Oh, yeah.
Today we are making,
No, today the thing where we dey make, the food where we dey prepare.
The food when we dey prepare today be ofe nsala
Oshe
with herbal spiced rice.
Oshe! I'm so excited about herbal spiced rice.
Yeah, herbal
So tell us that, okay, you know what, we're not going to give you guys too much of what's going on here. We're going to go on a break, because when we come back, I am sure the way I'm ready to stay here is the way I'm going to stay here. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. It is very important to stay informed with everything happening. We're starting off with Daily Trust. Now we have higher mercenaries to end Boko Haram. Will be harder on criminals, says Buhari. Negotiation sign of weakness, Monguno. NSA speaks our mind, says officers. Now we have a photo story here showing the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, Emir of Kano Aminu Ado Bayero, Emir of Kazure, Dr. Najib Husseini Adamu, the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi Olajat II, and Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Nnaemeka Achebe, during President Buhari's meeting with the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, yesterday. Now, going lower in the papers, we have how Ironsi Gowon Obasanjo laid foundation for insecurity, says Sultan. Also at the bottom, we have Navy begins trials of officers, civilians involved in oil theft, Niger Delta governor absent as Buhari commissions NDDC building, insecurity, Southwest leaders meet in Ibadan. You might want to grab a copy of Daily Trust for more information on all that. Now, moving to the Punch this morning, we have vaccination continues, says federal government. 8 countries suspend rollout. We haven't seen unusual reactions after administering AstraZeneca vaccine, says government. Patient safety, our highest priority, United Kingdom manufacturers insist. A photo story here showing as the meeting that held yesterday, as we read from the Daily Trust newspaper. Moving on, we have federal government rules out talks with bandits, opts for crackdown. Also, we have federal government begins selection of 500,000 national power beneficiaries. 2 killed, police OPC go after Osun bank robbers. Man remanded for scamming U.S. state of $8,000 COVID-19 funds. Moving on, we have The Nation. Now, The Nation, we have the photo story still reiterating the meeting that held yesterday at the Presidential Villa with different traditional rulers from across the country. We also have Buhari, why I gave order to shoot criminals with AK-47. No negotiation with bandits and terrorists. The government won't use mercenaries. Also a photo story at the bottom of the paper. That's most of the highlights we have for The Nation. But before we move on, let's quickly take one from the top of the paper. We have Italy, Norway, 5 others halt use of AstraZeneca vaccine. Nigeria didn't get a dangerous batch. You might want to read up on that on page 29. Bandits demand 200 million to free Niger 19, 7 killed in Kaduna. You can grab a copy of The Nation for more updates and all this news. Moving on to Daily Sun, we have Illegal possession of AK-47. Buhari restates shoot on sight order. Says federal government will be harder on criminals. NSA rules out hiring mercenaries to fight insurgents and bandits. Still also we have the photo story of the traditional rulers who met with the president yesterday in Abuja. We still have more news at the side of the paper. We have gunmen storm Edo Poly, abduct 2 students, teachers. Niger State order closure of all public schools. That's all we can take on the cover of The Nation, and that's all we can take on headlines in the papers this morning. You might want to grab one to get good information on all that is happening in the country. Next up, we have fact-finding. How much do you know about what is happening in the world? Let's check out fact-finding. Mike is taking this topic so personal.
So honestly,
whoever is the sister that I'm fighting for, I'm going to shake this table for you. Because
so,
Mike is on this table.
It's on this table, yes.
Mike,
so our topic today is the emancipation of 1960 Constitution.
Our topic for today is, and I say it with my full chest, what are the conditions that you are going to lay down for your partner to be friends with their ex? I'll be doing video call. Hey, hi, how are you doing? I missed you. Remember when we were together? When we used to do what conditions?
Actually,
So that conversation, you've already painted a picture with what you just said.
And I was just trying to.
That's a very hard picture.
I'm highlighting friendship with your ex, most especially being so comfortable to have video calls.
Okay, so we have just 1 minute 30 seconds left for this discussion.
So Mike,
and it's International Women's Day, so
wow,
it's International Women's Week.
Okay, so my first question is, why are you laying down conditions or parameters in the first place? If you personally have insecurities that maybe from a past relationship that you're trying to battle with, I suggest first of all address that one first before even throwing it forward to your partner. You know why? Because that person is going to see it as a red flag.
Not necessarily.
A red flag in terms of, okay, this person might have some insecurity challenges.
Okay.
If you lay some things down and they decide to lay the same things down, will you abide by them?
Exactly. So how about...
So
okay,
now,
finish. Let me let you land.
Every relationship is for a reason. You never know where you're going to meet somebody in future. What if this person eventually becomes your boss one day, or you have to work with that person in an organization one day?
Ex not be my boss in
I wouldn't want a case whereby I can't have a simple conversation with this person.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm saying the conditions. So let me come from the other side. So having insecurities does not make you less of a person, just so you know. I'm one who always likes to highlight my insecurity in a relationship. I'm a very jealous person, and it's not because of past relationships. It's about the fact that I like to own my space, and it comes with being an only child. So I'm used to owning things. So I do not want to share you with your ex-girlfriend. I'm so sorry. You want to be cordial, nice and easy. Your ex-girlfriend cannot call you at past 7 p.m. That's just how I function.
Mike, let me give you a scenario now. Let me give you a scenario now. If, for instance, your ex, right, has a multi-million-dollar deal.
You're giving me this
scenario. Yes, now.
What do you want to do this
has a multi-million-dollar deal for you, but your babe does not want you to talk to her.
I can't go be Mike's babe.
How will you respond?
This scenario does not exist.
It exists.
You want Mike to have high blood pressure?
It exists. It does.
No. So if my partner has a multi-million-dollar deal with this his ex, it's fine. But business closes at 7.
Not everywhere. What if the office is in China and is a different time zone?
So if his business is fine, but you're not going to call, you're not going to be doing, it's been so long. Remember when we hung out? I'm saying that, and I think that if you respect me enough, if something makes me feel uncomfortable, I think you should respect me enough to talk about it. So Mike, because
Mike has not said anything.
I know there's somebody that Mike is trying to be quiet about.
Mike,
you better talk with wisdom.
Mike is avoiding this topic.
Wait. So the issue now is what lines you should not cross.
Yes. The conditions that you will give your partner to be friends with her ex.
But it was with the opposite sex. Like,
with your ex, uncle, you know, used to hear English.
Sometimes Friday morning.
I'm calling my
brain is touching.
But I think it's see what works for you. Because we've seen some exes that have become the next.
Wow.
I got that word of wisdom. Wow.
Wow. Let's go to break. Please let us know. Let us know if what you would do, what conditions you would lay down for your partner to be friends with their ex. And on this note, we're shaking this table with Mike because we know he's on this table. But it's all right. Let's go on a break. We will be right back. Welcome Una back to the kitchen. So if you're just joining us, you haven't missed so much. We just dropped the highlights of what we're making this morning. And Chef Belinda is here in all her glory. See, actually she's doing her hand. Oh yeah, knock it. We're ready. So she's preparing ofen salad with herbal spiced rice. I know ofen salad. I don't know herbal spiced rice. So today,
I always bring one thing. That
yes, do you understand? As you always bring something new. So let's quickly run through what we have for our herbal spiced rice. This is ugu.
No, uziza leaf.
Uziza leaf.
This
okay.
For the ofen salad.
For the ofen salad.
Yes.
Then this is
basil leaf.
Basil
our curry
leaf.
leaf.
Our curry leaf. Okay.
Our curry leaf. Then we have celery and coriander.
Okay. Okay. And then what do we have here? We have
crayfish, mixed spice, salt, seasoning cubes,
dried
fish, smoked fish. I think it's a fishy affair.
It's a fish affair. And then this is like mixed peppers.
Yes, mixed pepper.
So yellow pepper and red pepper. And this is cocoa.
This is yam.
This is okay, not
mashed,
cocoa yam, mashed yam.
Mashed yam.
Okay,
not
for the ofen salad.
Yes, for the ofen salad.
And then in our rice here, the parboiled rice, what do I see here?
We have some cloves in it. I parboiled the rice with cloves.
So why did you parboil it with cloves?
For that spicy effect.
Ha! If you are not here, okay.
Then for our herbs, now we have our herbs.
So
we
this
have
is
them
what we're using.
Then, yes.
Yes.
We toss in vegetable oil. You will see all of them.
I trust you now. Okay, let's get it. What are we starting with?
So this is stockfish. Yes.
Hey, in case you missed that.
Stockfish.
Today is not the day to not write down recipes. You need to get your paper and pen and start writing.
This is stockfish, so we put that in here, the fish.
With the
It
fish.
has been washed.
It has been washed, okay.
No slimy.
Yes, no slimy, yes.
Washed with salt and poured boiling water over it.
Okay, so that the sliminess goes out completely. Okay, so we're heating up the stockfish and then we're adding the catfish.
Yes.
Okay.
This in here.
Hey. It's gonna be a large breakfast. So this is not going to be too spicy as it's not Scotch bonnets, it's just bell peppers.
No, it's Scotch bonnet.
Oh, it's Scotch bonnet.
That's why it's small.
It's small, so Scotch bonnet and yellow bell pepper.
Yeah. No, they are both Scotch bonnets.
Both
you know there's yellow Scotch bonnet and there's
red.
Yes.
Okay, so don't get it twisted. In case
bonnets.
you're thinking it's bell pepper, it is not bell pepper.
Not bell pepper.
And this pala fish, right?
Yes.
I love the aroma.
Fish,
it is so strong.
Yeah. So we're seasoning this now.
Yes.
With a little cubes, some cubes, and then a little salt.
Okay.
So we'll let this cook for some time.
Okay.
Then add all our go. Then we'll have to mince this because we need them minced for the rice. Because we have to toss this afterwards.
So are we putting the rice in this soup?
No, not
okay.
We'll toss it.
Where did you toss it? I was wondering about tossing it.
Oil. We're tossing it in olive oil. Yes.
Okay.
Olive oil somewhere.
We keep learning every day. It's so exciting and so interesting how our chefs always come up with new and interesting recipes for you. Now today we're tossing herbs in oil with rice. I want to even see how we're going to mince this, how we're going to achieve this, because I have never seen herbal spiced rice. So this is the weekend and you definitely want to binge watch on this later if you want to prepare it for your loved ones at home.
You don't want a boring rice.
You don't want a boring rice.
Herbalized it.
Exactly. Okay, so what are we doing next?
This is boiling now, so we have to mince this as part of our
How are we
bread.
mincing it? Let's show. Chopping board. Okay.
Yes. Keep this one here.
Okay. I'll bring it here for you. So uziza leaf. Can we use ugu as an alternative, or it has to be uziza for ofen salad?
No, it has to be uziza.
Has to be uziza.
But it has its own flavor. You know, we need this. There's this flavor for every particular dish.
Yes.
Like you don't want to miss it.
Okay.
So ofen salad is part of that flavor. For uziza leaf is part of the flavor.
Okay.
For ofen salad.
Ofen salad. Okay. So we're also
you know how to mince,
chopping.
Right? You know I like you working.
Yes. Let me wash my.
Like your mama will say. When I'm in the kitchen, you can't be standing. Do something. So if you don't know, let me teach you.
Mommy, what am I doing?
Oh yeah, come and mince this one in me. I wanted to bring mortar for you to pound this.
Mommy, don't be angry.
Let me have males.
Males is very important. Thank you for your kind consideration.
You are watching me now. See what I'm
yes,
doing,
yes,
right?
Mommy.
I want it very mean, so now come and take over.
Oh yeah, now let's go there. All right. So next,
I picked these ones for you.
so we have celery. Why did you choose to use celery?
I actually wanted to use coriander and parsley.
Okay.
But I didn't get parsley and I got celery. But celery also have this good aroma
Yeah.
that is herbal as well.
Okay.
You perceive it, okay. We're in our consistency.
See, yes. Okay, so just for the benefits of people watching, you can use any of these herbs.
Yes, any of
the herbs. It mustn't be a particular herb, and they will all give you different flavors.
Then I use this one as well because it's very common. This one is basil leaf.
Basil, yes,
curry
yes.
leaf. It's common. It's everywhere in the market. So
Yeah.
I just got that.
And I think the fresh herbs have stronger
Yes,
taste and flavors, yes, than the dried ones. Yeah.
I wanted it fresh, everything fresh.
Yeah, so you could get them from all those people that sell veggies, right?
Yes.
Or you can get them from the supermarkets, whichever one works for you. Yeah, the big supermarkets.
Then for this curry leaf, you can get it anywhere in the open market.
Yeah.
Those people selling soup things.
Yes, yes. You see it there.
Those ones you see it there and then you got it. So, are you done with that?
Yes. I'll put it here, yeah?
Yes. Then this one follows. I'll have to wash this.
Okay. What follows next? Okay, the base.
Yes,
this is
one.
so we're done with the celery. Let me put this here.
Then you mince this one. This one will not be minced. This one will be sliced.
The slice. Okay, straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is minced.
At the end of this, you give me any credit, though. Assistantly prepared by chef.
I hope somebody will not come and take your glory like the other time. Some men around do not come and say, I was a sous chef.
Exactly.
Let me not mention them. I didn't call anything.
They know themselves. They know themselves. So if you're just tuning in, my sous chef, because as far as my hand is here, I'm the chef today. My sous chef, Chef Belinda, and I are preparing ofe nsala and herbal spiced rice. And if you are trying to wonder what the herbal spice rice entails, we have our basil leaf, we have celery, and then we have the ofe nsala ingredients. And then we also have cloves in the rice. So if you've not prepared rice with cloves before, you might want to try it because Chef Belinda here tells us about the strong flavors that it gives to your rice. And of course, it helps your rice not just be a boring rice. Yes. Do you want us to put it together or separately?
Yes, because we're still tossing together.
Okay.
Together, it's fine.
This is going to be strong flavors. I'm definitely trying this next. So as we keep chopping and chopping in the kitchen, today's Friday, and you know that it's going to be another sports weekend, and you might want to be informed on what games you want to watch and what's happening in the world of football.
Now, there's something we love doing on Wake Up Nigeria, and that's speaking with inspiring women.
Yes.
Our woman of the day is Ujunwa Ojemeni. Now, she is an impact investing, energy and development expert with experience in the areas of opportunity, financing, and policy.
Yeah, now she drives policies, investment opportunities, and implementation strategies at the Commission for Energy and Mineral Resources, Lagos State.
Yeah.
She is amazing even before we meet her. So,
yes, so
good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you here.
And happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You know,
both of you have the color thing going on.
Yes, we were celebrating. We don't know about you. Uju was trying to console you with your eyeshadow.
Exactly. I saw that.
Maybe they should zoom in on my eyeshadow. We're here to talk about women in energy.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, it doesn't seem like something people talk about every day. So what made you think of coming up with Awedi, right? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes, Awedi Network.
Awedi Network.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that?
So Awedi Network, which is the African Women in Energy Development Initiative, is a network for women to support other women in energy. It's really a platform where we provide opportunities for women to network and meet other women, to mentor other women, provide them with opportunities, and really just help them to become leaders, providing training and capacity building. So it was it was born out of a need I felt when I joined the energy industry.
Yeah.
It was quite a lonely start.
I can imagine.
We were very few women in my organization at the time and in my team. And it's in line with the statistics. I mean, in the oil and gas industry broadly, it's about 22% of women in the workforce. And although the renewable energy is better, about 32% of women, there's still a huge
gap.
Exactly. And even in Africa, it's the same thing. And even in more technical roles, you see that you have fewer women.
Yes.
So for me, it was really about finding a way for other women to connect, to build each other, to share opportunities, and to grow each other within the sector so that we're more as we go to the top.
Now, International Women's Day and the International Women's Week, now we have younger girls who are watching, and this entire week we've been talking to women in different fields. Now, we have young girls watching and are probably in secondary school and wanting to go into energy and STEM or other STEM areas. Now, what would you say are the challenges that women in your field are facing, and how has it been, most especially for women in this part of the world?
So I believe the first thing is really around social norms and our upbringing.
Yes.
So in Africa, in general, it's believed that the more technical industry should be for men. Women most likely lean towards health, even sometimes finance. But you notice that when it comes to engineering and STEM, fewer women are encouraged to do that. And in fact, I think some statistics show that the age 15 is the age where a lot of young girls drop out of STEM-related, or they just lose interest, basically. And I think what we can do better is, as parents, as teachers, and as a society, support more young girls and identify when they have that interest and help to nurture it. So before they get to that age when they start losing interest, we need to help to encourage them. One thing I think companies can do is to actually have open days when you have teachers and even students coming to see what you do and what women in that field do. But I think also role models are very important.
Yes.
So through history, we have people like Charles Darwin and other Albert Einstein, who people you can relate with and you remember that these people have made great impacts in their fields. But how about women? We need more role models, more people that young girls can look up to and say, okay, I want to be like this person. So we need to celebrate more women, and I'm so glad that this month we're celebrating women.
Yes. Now, talking about celebrating women and the younger girls dropping off at early ages, now what do you think can be done to encourage more women and to highlight more women, to bring women more to find interest and maintain interest in this line of industry?
Yeah, I think a number of things, and let's start with organizations. It's very important that our hiring and promotion policies or mechanisms are in line with improving gender parity. So we need, so you don't have job roles where you're already indicating that it will be maybe a male that would fill that role, like if you say a linesman, it should be a lines person. Instead of using those kinds of terms. But even in terms of people that review applications, can we make it anonymous so that people are not already biased due to their own thoughts or whatever it might be? But within organizations, how do we keep women that are already in those organizations? A lot of times when women go off to have kids, it causes them to sometimes fall off. When they come back, they've missed out on opportunities and even promotions because they were away. How can we support those women, providing flexi hours if they need? Work from home when they need to. What kinds of facilities do we have at our offices or at the field, wherever it might be, to encourage more women to continue? But last thing I would say would be, actually, there's a new term called returnships. So when women maybe have to take time off work, it's just like an internship, but finding a program where women can come back after they've had to go away from the industry, maybe to have kids or for whatever other reason, to help to encourage them and to give them mentors. But then mentorship then remains very important.
Key.
I'm actually, I have my own idea about where I see this industry going, but I know that you probably have hopes, dreams, ideals, objectives for where you feel your organization and the energy sector in general can be in future for women. So let's talk about that. Where do you see this sector going?
So I see this sector first in terms of access to energy and access to electricity. I'm hopeful that we would have universal access to electricity and energy in Nigeria and in Africa. But that requires a number of things. So investments as well as policies that are consistently implemented. The other thing is really around ensuring that more women are within the pipeline and attain leadership positions. And that's why our ID network is here. And our role is really to help to ensure that more women are given the opportunities they need. So for instance, our mentorship program, which we started fully in 2020, we've helped to match over 100 women across Africa, East, West, Central Africa, with more senior women in the industry, and even recently, even men. So it's important that we groom the next generation, and even the women that are already at the top, we give them more opportunities, more visibility, to know that they can do what they're doing. So really, it's important that the sector moves to more gender parity as soon as possible.
It feels like there's a mindset around women in energy. It feels like in some cases there could be a sort of stigma when you see women going into this sort of industry. There's probably someone watching right now who is maybe having a face-off with parents right now, wants to go into this industry. What exactly would you advise them?
So I would say, first of all, it's really your life, and you have to take charge of your life. If it means investing in yourself personally, if it means going on that course, that seminar, you just need to do what you have to do. But start with also showing them other examples of women. We have women that are coming up in the industry, and within this, our networks, you can help to relate with other women and show them that these women have done it. They've been able to have a good life, regardless of their careers. And so I think it's important that as we speak to our parents, our peers, our spouses, and we show them what is possible and what has been done. There is value, in fact, in having women in the sector, both for the woman and the organization. The bottom lines have shown to do better when we have women in leadership positions in organizations. Exactly. And so even in innovation and creativity, when you have a more diverse workforce, you see that it's improved. So I believe that it's not just the right thing to do, really. It's the smart thing to do, to encourage more women to
before we let you go, I wanted to talk about our wedding network for young girls who are probably already in energy or in school studying in line of energy. What are you doing for them to be mentally prepared for this space? Because as much as, yes, we want women to come into this space, it might take a while because some people are already in school, are already in the process. So what are you doing to enable them come and somewhat have like a soft landing or to be mentally prepared for this space?
Indeed, it's very important, because I think if I had the right support from the start, I would have had an easier journey. But the first thing is really the mentorship programs, where we match women across the industry, across the value chain, with relevant mentors. The second thing we do is broaden and enlighten sessions, as we call them, where we actually bring industry experts to speak on various topics, so technical and non-technical, just to help women and young girls to prepare and know what they need to do to be successful within the industry. We've had things where we have like energy transition, career transitions. So we help to explain to women how other women have moved from maybe technical to non-technical roles, and how they've just been able to go on this journey. We also have master classes where we actually have very specific and in-depth learning on various topics. So the list is long, but what I would encourage that young woman out there, or that young girl out there, is really invest in yourself, first of all, and then your confidence. Confidence sometimes is a factor of where we live our environment, but it's important that we learn to self-promote. I know that sometimes it's backlash for women, especially when you self-promote and say, this is what I do, this is what I'm capable of. But as young girls, we need to become more confident, whether in school, in class. Say what you've done, say what you can do, because really, you have to lean towards risk sometimes to be able to achieve anything great. But secondly, then seek out counsel. Speak to other people to get encouragement and to see what can be done. And finally, celebrate other women. We only rise by lifting other women up.
Thank you so much. It's been very enlightening.
I have to say a big thank you to you, in fact, for coming, taking out time from your busy schedule to come and talk to us. And of course, once again, happy International Women's Day.
And you too.
All right. So we would love to hear your thoughts. Just use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC at TVC Connect and tell us what you think. We have to take a quick break now, but we will be back. Stay with us.
Yep, the final lap.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Let's get straight to it. We've had a very interesting first half of the show.
Yes, sir.
The second half, of course, we have
Yeah.
To do that in the first half.
And of course, it's game day. Yes.
All right.
We love it.
Yeah, let's look at some facts. I love those facts, you know. You get to learn. It's like when you tell people, you sound like someone that knows what he or she's saying. Some facts.
Say, can you see?
What's going on?
Coming to America.
You should not spoil it for me because I've not watched it.
You've not seen watch it.
Say your thoughts and views. Don't say, so remember this scene.
You've not seen watch
Don't
it.
say this scene.
Who are you threatening?
Woo! I'm threatening two of
If you do anyhow now, I will tell you the
If
whole
you
movie.
don't know, I will tell your girlfriend that you're calling your ex.
So this is one of
Yeah,
the
Miss
movies.
Rude.
The first one was one of the first movies I watched with my parents that I can remember actually watching with my mom and my dad, and we're on the couch and we're laughing back to back.
If you're just joining us, I won't lie, you have missed. But it's okay, you can catch up. You can go to our YouTube channel, TVC Entertainment, and binge watch your favorite segments. Now, Chef Belinda here is preparing ofe nsala and herbs spiced rice. Now, we have our curry leaf and our basil and our celery, and now we're going to put the rice in it. Should I help you with this? Okay, so I'm putting just so that you see how the herbal spice rice is achieved. Remember that the cloves was already parboiled with the rice, and now with the olive oil, she's stir-fried the olive oil for a bit. The basil and the curry, the basil and the celery in the olive oil. Yeah, celery, parsley. So now you can see how this is achieved. So you can also recreate this at home. Do I keep going or I should wait a bit? Okay.
Then we'll add a little of the local spice.
The local spice, all right.
Yes.
So this is a local mixed spice, or
Yes, local mixed.
so you get it from those people that sell things for soup, right?
Yes.
See, the aroma here, the flavors are amazing. They are mind-blowing. You definitely want to try this. This is an alternative to just a bland white rice. So while we go on with this, we have Funky Malam in the building, and Titi is definitely going to blow us away with that chat. Titi is all yours.
Yes, indeed. Now, this gentleman on the couch here, I've known about this guy for a long time, but he's come back to blow our minds because he's part of a project that actually we talked about on Wake Up Nigeria some time ago. We saw this trailer of a movie called Eagle's Wings, where fighter jets, Nigerian soldiers, all that was going on. Everybody was like, wow, 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 Nigerian movie? Yes, he's in this movie, talking about the comedian, actor, and MC Funky Malam joining us right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
Honestly, seeing you after so long, I have to say you do not look like you've aged a day. You look exactly the same, but I still feel like calling you uncle. Or Egbon.
This is what so many people used to say. I don't know why.
Honestly, it's like a vampire. Are you sure? Should we confirm? All right.
Oh my God.
So the jokes are supposed to be your thing, not mine.
Honestly, yeah,
You know
you're
that.
cracking the jokes now.
I'm really glad that you're here, and thanks so much for joining us. Now tell us a bit about what you've been up to all this time and how you are spending the downtime during COVID. Talk to us.
Well, I think the COVID actually affected almost everybody, especially the entertainment industry, because we are actually working in group. So because of that, you are not being allowed because of the COVID. So we've been at home for a very long time, and almost our bank account, because it's not like the other part of the world. It's not working that way. People look at us and say, okay, they are the ones that are supposed to be given palliative. We don't supposed to give them palliative. So it wasn't funny at all. Yeah, initially we were doing the palliative thing, but we now came to understand that time has been running and the account is running down, so we have to just take it easy.
So I have to say, you know, you started in a time when the online skit comedians hadn't really emerged yet. But you were creating skits, writing them on the spot and acting them out for TV and for stage. You know, so how have you been able to evolve yourself?
Yeah, you know, whenever something changes, you know, you go along with the trending, you know, issues. And so that is what keeps happening. And then if you want to actually remain in the system, then you have to keep blending. You just don't have to stay and then you keep looking at what you used to doing before. That time has passed. So when the new generation come with new you know, devices, then you have to join them. And they say, people like us already have the experience and we can manipulate it with you know, some kind of ease. So what you need to do is to just keep rebranding yourself. And that is what keeps us moving.
Out of all these young spring-up actors and skit makers online, which of them actually catches your eye the most? Which one makes you laugh?
Anyway, I think they have, you know, different patterns. It's varieties, you know. Shaggy has his own, full of energy, and then Nedu has his own, which is the sex appeal thing.
Okay.
And, yeah, a lot of them. Then Elenu is a born, you know, comedian. You know, at any time he can freak you up, and then I think I always love going to his page to just make myself, you know, comfortable. Yeah.
So now we have to talk about this movie. We saw this trailer a few months ago, and when it came out, everybody was like, wow. Talk to us about what it was like to shoot on a set as big as this.
Well, this is the first of its kind that we've experienced using anamorphic lenses and on the RE camera at the same time. This shooting of this movie actually was very technical, and we had to go. You know, there was no time for the military training, but we keep squeezing it, and then one or two things. But it was very technical and it was very hard. But then we had to cope with the situations because we have to be, you know, we have to change one night to become military. And it's like there's no mercy. You just have to do the right thing because part of the people that play the extras are the military guys. In fact, they have to bring them from Sambisa to actually put the experience there to make it look natural and real. Everything you're going to watch in this movie is real. There's no post-production trick. Everything is real, from the ammunitions to the helicopter to the jet fighters. In fact, some of these things were being even shot at the, you know, live, you know, combat between the real insurgents and the pilots.
You know what?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people would have been, like, they really want to hear more from you. We have to take a quick break, and we have to tell you that Funky Malam is going to be joining us in the kitchen, but we have to be right back. Please stay.
Choose one. Is it simple or is it a game?
It's both simple and game.
No game that's simple, though.
We just have to guess the celebrity, guess the face. Simple, just guess the face. So we'll get to see a part of the face, right? We just get to see a part, and then you guess, and then we'll get to see the final picture.
Okay. So
Should we do a test run?
If you don't remember the name and you remember the position.
Okay, no test run. They say no test run. No test run.
Mike, can I say something?
Okay,
can
so
I say something?
you know what happens?
Mike, let me say something.
Oh, yeah,
you know that I'm your guy.
Who's your who? Who are you?
No whispering.
Who? How? Where? Here? What?
So he's your baby.
At least somebody did call you my brother.
So you guys can collaborate.
Yeah.
They will collaborate.
Okay, so you know what I do?
Okay, yeah,
You know what I do? It's very simple now. I think I'll just go for...
You featured me on next.
My next song.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we'll just go for the first person that just calls it out.
Okay.
Abi?
Okay.
Not turn by turn, just the first person that calls it out.
All right.
Okay, so, all right, so let's see the first part of the face. Let's see the first one.
Oh, God.
And the first person to get it right.
It's
Just-
me now. That's me. That is Titi. That's me.
It better be you.
People think, can anybody give another answer just in case it's
Come
not
on
her?
now.
What's her name again?
Wow.
I was
This is zero. This one, this is not. This is the test.
No. Actually, immediately she said, "That's me."
It now looks like her.
No, the lipstick.
Okay, wow. Okay, good.
I
Good.
cannot be fine like this.
Yeah, good.
Cannot be fine like
Good. That was our test run. Let's start the game now.
Wow, really?
Let's start. I love my producer, my director.
Wow.
Intelligent people.
Oh,
now
yeah,
the game is starting. Oh yeah.
So that was
First
test
number
run.
one.
Are you
Let's
sure?
go. That was test run.
Serena Williams.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if she's correct.
Is she correct?
Yeah.
Let's see if she's correct.
I was about to shout it out, but hey.
How did you know that way?
And that mouth confused.
And nose
The
and a
lips
head.
confused.
Okay, now see what happens.
Serious.
Whenever someone answers, you can also answer because it might not be the right one. You understand?
Oh, okay.
So it's about the first person that gets it right.
Okay.
So everybody can give their own
Okay,
answer.
see, Bish says Serena Williams, I can say William Serena.
Wonderful. Funky Malam, your head is there. All right, face number 2. Let's go.
Mariah Afolabi Brown.
Oh, okay.
I got the full name, please. Thanks. Thanks. Yes.
So who will take it now?
She said, I said Mariah Afolabi Brown.
I said there are 2 rows.
And I said Afolabi Brown.
Okay, so actually, yeah, you said Mo. Now, there's Mo Abudu. Wait, there's Mo. You said Mo, there's Mo Abudu. There's Mariah Afolabi Brown, but she said Morayo.
And I said Mariah Afolabi Brown.
You said it after she said Morayo.
She said it immediately, and she even, the way she...
I gave the full name.
Funky Malam, how to defend you like this?
Okay, because of Funky Malam, we're giving it to Tokpe. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Tokpe 1. All right, let's go for the next phase. This is very... let's go for the next phase.
What did I say her full name?
The sexy lips, actually. Everybody.
You see, Funky Malam, show your course now.
No, she's the only one that has this kind of lips.
What's her full name?
I don't know.
Her full name? Moment with Mo.
Nice. I'm done.
Funky Malam, nice one there. Half for Funky Malam,
But
half.
Funky Malam, you have to get this.
Okay, Epizino 2, Funky Malam half, Tokpe 1. Okay, let's go. Next phase. Let's go.
Hey, Mary Bashalini.
Oh, wow, now first me talking now.
We should not be putting the face up there.
No, for what now? For what now?
Okay,
She's
so
the
that was
only one
Titi.
putting that eyelashes.
That was Titi. That was Titi.
All right.
That was Titi 1. Okay, let's go for the next phase. Let's go for the next phase.
Who's next? Let's see.
Okonjo, Ngozi Okonjo Iweala.
The way we dressed like her.
2-2-1 half. All right, let's go. Is there still a faces? Oh yeah, let's go. It's only women. Okay, it's International Women Week.
Oh, wow.
Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy.
Is there any Titi though?
Titi Fanta. That Fanta you drank was not for waste.
How on earth would you have? I think I'm going to get this right.
See, it depends.
Am I a wish?
No, it depends. Some of us, there's some food that grew with Humpty Dumpty, some grew with Kali and Tewa. So it depends on how you grew up.
Oh man,
So
it's
Titi,
like
how many now?
a lot
Titi
of
2.
fertilizer. I can see that.
Titi 2. All the ladies 2. This is really Women's Week. All right, let's go.
Okay, who is this?
Let's go.
You're supposed to get this one.
Okay.
Hey.
You don't know it.
Hey,
You want
this
someone to
lady
get it.
in India, from India.
You know, it's
Malala,
from
is it?
the UN.
Hey, Malala.
Give me half for remembering our country now.
You said?
Give me half.
What's our country?
It's Pakistan, not India.
Oh, wow.
Tope minus half for you. I'm trying to go above your station. Minus half for you. Okay, do we still have another face there? Tope said Amala. It's not Amala. It's Malala. It's Amala.
Hey, Yemi Alade.
No, it's not Yemi.
Hey, that's Yemi Alade.
What do you think now? Who else?
It's not Yemi.
Who is it now?
Are you serious? She actually looked.
All of you see what I said. When did she answer? You say your own. So all of you missed it.
I was thinking.
This is. She said. Titi said it with all her chest.
As in,
All right.
I'm telling you.
But you missed it. You missed it. So that is 2, 1.5.
Wait, may they not reduce your blessing in Jesus' name.
Okay, let's go. Let's go another face. Let's go with another face.
Genevieve Binaji. Is Genevieve Binaji?
Yeah,
It's Genevieve Binaji, even if you...
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 of you said you actually said it at the same time. So we're going to share the point.
Yeah,
for 2. Half.
So it's not.
No, no, the 3 of us said it at the same time. The only 3... See, the 3 of us... The 3 of us, we said Genevieve Binaji. No, as you people say Genevieve, they're saying Naji. I was the person that even called the Naji before.
You say it is there.
No, you say Genevieve, they're saying Naji.
No, we both said Genevieve.
I will come back to that.
You might end up saying Genevieve Magazine.
Wow.
So, yes, I added
Okay,
it.
Wow.
we have one more. There's a tie with all this thing now. We have one more face now.
But
Now
it
this
counts,
face.
though.
It still counts, so.
It still counts now. So we share it among. Oh yeah. Hey, this one with this one. They don't. If it's entertainment, people will know. This one is a businesswoman. Now people don't know.
No, oh my God.
I actually
Stop
don't
it, she's
know.
not business.
Oh,
no, in the medical profession.
Stop it. Stop it.
I beg, I say, now she help us with Ebola that year. I beg.
Dr. Stella.
For this one, more like give me
all of you missed it.
I said doctor.
The thing now looking for you said Stella.
No, but I
Dr.
said Ebola.
Stella Amayo Adadevo.
Have fun.
People don't know all these things.
Did you know? What do you know? You know that
If Genevieve Naji. This one, Miss Piggy. There's a hero of our nation. All of you don't know. In fact, for that, all of you, minus 2 points.
Yeah, no. Who is this judge?
Oh, 3.
Yes, minus 2
Exactly,
points.
we have our 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so
2 points, 1.5.
No, it's 2. It's 2.
If you
Listen.
know yourself as the
Wait,
winner.
hold on.
2.5. Yes, no. I have
Listen.
2.5.
Our winner today on the show, because of you 3 ladies on International Women's Week, you could not recognize the most important woman, the hero. All of you, 2 minus 2 points. Our winner today is Funky Malau.
Oh my God.
All right, so Tope, take our winner and Efezino to the kitchen and give them their prize.
Please come to the kitchen with me.
Funky Malam, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Funky Malam is our winner today.
Yes.
And congrats on
Yes.
a great movie.
Thank you.
Yes, Funky Malam, please sit there. So, Chef Belinda and I have been cooking up a storm in the kitchen, and she prepared ofen salad with herbal spiced rice. Have you had herbal spiced rice before?
You have to explain.
Okay, so she specially prepared it with herbs. So we have parsley here, we have basil, we have celery, and she also used olive oil to pan-sear it.
Celery.
Celery.
Okay.
Celery is very good
Celery.
for fighting
Amazing.
against cancer, yes.
Okay. And
And then-
COVID-19.
So this is the ofen salad here. We've got catfish, we have mala fish, we have stock fish, very spicy. I didn't get you?
Very healthy.
The place, oh, okay, so they have to go have
Did you
this.
eat this morning?
The chef
What
herself
they
has
eat
said
with
how
it.
it should be
Yeah,
blended.
I'm having, this is the correct breakfast.
Yes.
Breakfast on TV.
Chef Belinda, I hope I gave a clear breakdown to the meal. All right.
Ofen salad, my first
Ofen
time.
salad, okay. Pardon my left hand, please.
Guys, I'm sorry. I have to do this.
Why you apologize?
Because I know they have been salivating.
I can imagine the feeling. So you're going to eat and give us a rating over 10. What do you think about the food?
Okay, with the rating can start. I mean,
Okay, for presentation too, I have to read that back.
As well, yes. Do you want it closer?
Yeah, thank you. Do you eat it together?
yes.
Yes. So there are cloves on the rice, yes. Bring it closer for you.
Wow.
And have you had rice with cloves before?
We close up.
Cloves. Cloves is also a herb.
Wow.
Most times I see it when people are making zobo, but this is the first time I'm seeing.
More
Yeah.
now they give us the traditional name now. If you say close now, English name.
Funny.
It reminds me of my traditional soup, ukodo.
Okay, where are you from?
From Delta State.
Delta State. Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oh,
Okay,
yes, yam
there's yam
in
in it as well. Yes.
It's really nice.
Cameraman, are you interested? Sorry.
Why is the weekend like?
So give us your rating. What do you think?
Make I eat first.
No, I felt
Over
like
10.
Over 10. This is a 10.
A 10. Fantastic.
Yes, a 10.
Thank you
10,
so
10,
much.
10.
Thank you so much, Funky Malam. Thanks so much, Efezino. Thank you.
No, not the same. We go finish our food.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, so there's been an amazing time on the show. Mike and Titi, words of wisdom for the weekend.
Make sure you have a
When
blast.
what God cannot do does not exist because you're on eagle's wings.
Yes, sir. We are flying all through the weekend, and we're going to be back here on Monday, same time, 7 a.m. to 8:45. Your view is next. Do not go anywhere.